Our mission. Has writing on it. What does it say? It says our primary focus is to build, protect, and preserve our clients' assets. Number one goal. Number one goal. I know some of you are thinking, Curtis Blair, I've heard the name somewhere before. Where have I heard that name before? Some of you may have seen me in the television program called The Money Solution. Hosted that program for a number of years. I have taught classes for some of the largest senior educational programs in the state of Texas. The name of today's program is 10 Smart Ideas for a Slightly Crazy World. It's going to be a lot of fun today, and I'm glad all you are here. Okay, so let's get started in the program. Put this back inside your folder and turn back on your response sheet there, the one with the 10 squares on it. Right here, okay? Everybody have that one we originally started with. Gang, what I plan to do today is give you a group financial physical. All right, now this is not as good as a personal financial physical, but it's a good starting point. What I plan to do is ask you a series of 10 questions. As I do, check off the areas that pertain to your particular situation. We're all different. We all have different financial fingerprints. In the beginning, my goal is to make you think of your own personal financial situation. I'll come back later and give you some answers to these solutions or to these questions, okay? Kurt, how can that be a problem when you're talking about banks, credit unions, and CDs? Isn't that a good, safe place for my money? A good temporary parking place for your funds, guys. All funds guaranteed and insured up to the what? First $100,000. And notice I said temporary. What happens when you park in a temporary parking place too long? You get a penalty, aren't you? You're penalized today, guys, if you park your working capital in a bank or credit union too long because you're not earning enough. By the time you figure in taxes and inflation, if you're taking out your interest, you're going backwards. Okay? So your money has to continually be working for you every day. You're going backwards in this economy. Number one problem facing us today with our money, you know what it is? Loss of purchasing power. Loss of purchasing power. How many of you can remember when you could buy a loaf of bread for a dime? Let me see your hands. For a dime. Well, you can't. By the way, if you can't remember that one, that's another workshop. We have it later. You can't remember that one, right? But you can't buy a loaf of bread for a dime anymore. Loss of purchasing power. Remember back in the when Jimmy Carter was president, remember that back 25, 27, 28 years ago? Remember when he was president? Remember how high interest rates were, guys? We've had people tell us, Tom, you know, boy, I love those CD rates, 18%. Yeah, but inflation's running 17, you know? If you had $100,000 in the bank at that time to have equivalent purchasing power today, you know how much money you'd have to have in that same bank? Over $500,000.